This is information you're not going to get from anywhere else. I spoke directly to Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon about 30 minutes ago. I spoke directly to... This is information you're not going to get from anywhere else. I spoke directly to Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon about 30 minutes ago. I spoke directly to somebody who was in the courtroom who don't like Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby. So you're going to have the other side of that.
Bro, it's like every day we wake up, it just get crazier and crazier. Lil Baby with the Rico. You got Luce Cannon with the Rico. You got Big U. It's crazy, folks.
FBI, open up! And I
Shout out
also
to
spoke
Flocko.
to a courtroom reporter who was also there as well, who's unbiased.
He
so
spoke to
we
everybody.
got the real, unfiltered, true story of exactly what took place today at Bricc Baby's court hearing and at Luce Cannon court hearing. On April 7th, Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon will call into the No Jumper show where they will tell the fans that they are coming home April 9th. That's because they had a bond hearing that Wednesday, and they both anticipated being released. The reason that they were so confident about they were going to be home on April 9th, the Wednesday, was because both these dudes have put together pretty strong bond packages. Bricc Baby in particular, his mom put up a multi-million-dollar property.
Okay.
So they for sure thought, I mean, even if you give him $1 million bond, he gonna be home the same day.
Right.
So they for sure thought the judge would have considered giving them bonds.
No bond.
It didn't turn out like that, bruh.
No bond.
I'm not even gonna extend this or try
I ain't gonna lie though, with Luce Cannon, it's impossible. Luce Cannon and Big U, y'all out here extorting people, smoking people, unaliving people, scamming people, and some more shit. Bricc Baby, you out here with AK-47 switches, talking about you catching bodies, admitting to murders on wiretap. It's like, bro, why did you think you was gonna get out? Like, I don't get that one.
Guys, wait for the answer. They both were denied bond.
Yep.
They both got denied for similar reasons. Prior criminal history. They both have an extensive rap sheet.
Yep.
And their conduct ever since the investigation started.
Yep.
The court will point to them not being 100% confident that Bricc Baby or Luce Cannon won't interfere with the court process if they are able to go home and fight this case from home. They would also point to they believe that they're both threats to society, right? Especially for Bricc Baby. They point to how Bricc Baby had a firearm on his hip live on No Jumper a day before his arrest. So they believe that if you weren't acting right while knowing there was an ongoing investigation a day before your arrest, then what makes us think that you will act right if we release you?
When you go home. And I feel that though. See, one thing about niggas is niggas think that they could just be grown. You overly grown, bro. You overly grown, and you think you could just be grown and do whatever you want to do, and they gonna keep giving you chance after chance after chance. After a while, gang, you run out of chances, bro. You feel me? You keep playing with these people. You steady playing with the police every single day you wake up in your life. You steady playing with the popo. Why you think you finna get infinite chance? That ain't how life work, twin.
Got denied. Now, this don't stop them for reapplying for bond, but right now, they were both denied by the judge.
Right.
Now, Bricc Baby court hearing went without incident.
Right.
He came, it was pretty smoothly. Luce Cannon, on the other hand, has some drama going on, and we're going to discuss it, okay? Now, because I want to give you guys both sides, all right, the pro-Luce Cannon side and the anti-Luce Cannon side, we're going to do a dual video. So it's going to be me and 600 essentially telling a similar story, but from different perspectives.
Whatever. Besides the point. He looked bad. He looked stressed out. Eddie Boy in the courtroom. Eddie Boy by himself. Luce Cannon come in his spot and look like Ghost. Like, man, what Eddie Boy doing here? Oh, cuz. Oh, neighborhood crib. Eddie Boy just sitting there. Ain't paying dude no mind.
Ain't paying dude no mind.
So they all the lawyers look over Eddie Boy like, what?
The guy on your right is Eddie Boy. Now, Eddie Boy is an OG from the 60s.
Okay.
He's a really reputable dude, solid dude with a lot of integrity, man. Eddie Boy still owes me boxing lessons, man. You feel me? We lost contact. I need to redeem my boxing lessons from Eddie Boy. But Eddie Boy was in court. Now, Eddie Boy and Luce Cannon don't necessarily get along.
Okay.
So when Luce Cannon got to court, that's when all hell broke loose.
Right.
I'm not going to cap because me and Luce Cannon is cool. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Luce Cannon got to court and Luce Cannon said, why is Eddie Boy here? I don't F with him on neighborhood crib.
Why are you saying on neighborhood crib in a courtroom? And then you talking about you finna get some bond. What's wrong with you, bro? You gangbanging in court in front of the judge that has to sentence you and see if you are guilty or innocent. You said on the word. You said the words on neighborhood crip. Like, gang, how slow do y'all gotta be, folks? Like this, hey, gang, it's bad, bro. It's bad, bro. It's bad, bro.
In front
And
of
y'all grown as hell
people.
too.
While still fighting Arica. Listen, the one you can call Luce Cannon whatever you want, bro, but you cannot say that man ain't authentic.
Bro, I don't want to hear all that stupid ass. I don't want to hear that, bro. He's stupid. Authentically stupid. You could say whatever you want to say, make it sound good. Oh, he true to himself. He a real street nigga. He a real gang banger, bamber, lamber, whatever you want to say, gang. But at the end of the day, bro, this is just stupid. I don't care how street, how gangster, how tough you is. You gang banging in a courtroom on an open case in front of the judge and the lawyer and the prosecutor. You stupid, bro. You do your homework on stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Folks was on the short yellow bus. He had 5 people in his class. There's something about him we don't know about.
In the court
Telling you
of
right
law,
now, folks.
while fighting a gang indictment, a gang RICO, you walk in court and say, bro, why am I up here? I don't F with him on neighborhood crib. Oh my God. So that story is true. Now, when that happened, the officers of the courts, they
Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I love putting y'all on to that easy money. CashKick.com is a free to use cash rewards marketplace that helps you save and grow your money. This is some of the simplest and easiest ways to make money right now. All you have to do is play mobile games on your phone and you can earn up to $500 per deal. Now remember, I said CashKick.com is free to use, so they will never, ever ask you to send them any type of money. Signing up is super easy. All you need is an email and a password. Once you sign up, all you have to do is download your first offer and start making money. Now your offers and reward amounts can change at any time. So that means you can download a game on your phone, play it for long enough, make $500 on one day, and the next day you can download a whole nother game, play it for long enough, make $300. Next day, same thing. This is some of the easiest money I can tell you about right now. And again, you can earn up to $500 per deal. So this is what I need you to do. Go to cashkick.com, make you an account, activate your account. Make sure you turn on allow tracking on your phone so that the app can actually track how much you're playing the game and earn you some of the easiest money you can make. Y'all can't say I ain't never did nothing for you.
They got involved. And they told Luce Cannon, yo, he could be here as long as he's not disruptive. This is open to the public. So when enough people got involved, Luce Cannon thought it would be better to just remain quiet. So that's what he did.
It's only his wife. Well, I guess they're not technically married, but his girl, some other girl, she was with Eddie Boy. Nobody in the courtroom. So, now let's get into what's going on. The prosecutor is giving him his charges, previous crimes, or why to deny his bail. Do you know what snitching he said in court? I didn't do those cases I went to jail for. My brother did those crimes. You snitching on your brother, snitching on your brother? You went to jail for him, bro. We're like, damn.
600 is telling the story from Eddie Boy's perspective.
This is bad.
So this is what I gathered from talking to all sides and all parties, including a courtroom reporter. So apparently what took place was they were bringing up Luce Cannon's past charges, right? Past convictions, past charges, things that he was arrested for. And they were bringing this up to establish a life of crime and to establish why Luce Cannon don't deserve to be out of bond because he's a risk to society. So when they're bringing up charges, they brought up a bunch of charges, bro. I'm talking like damn near like 40 plus. And Luce Cannon is looking and he's like, I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. I ain't go to jail for that. But that's not me. So what Luce Cannon figured out was
that's snitching.
Some of the things that they were saying he got arrested for or went to jail for was actually his brother charges. So Luce Cannon and his brother are twins, born on the same day.
Okay, it makes sense now. I'm like, how the hell they confuse them? What are they doing?
Damn near got the same exact name. It's just one letter off. Termaine and Jermaine.
Holy
right?
shit.
So it's the
Jermaine
same
and
name.
Termaine.
Well, damn near the same name, like same birthday.
Same birthday, same name, pretty
So
much.
it's unclear how they made this error or the clerical error, but they just did like a soft pull and showed up with the crimes, with the past convictions. And Luce Cannon say, no, that's not my crimes, bro. Like, I didn't go to jail for that. My brother went to jail for that, not me.
Okay, that's not snitching,
So,
dear. That's not
Now
snitching.
again, I'm not from the street, so I can't consider that snitching.
That's not snitching.
Listen, there's very few things that I consider snitching outside of black and white signed statement. I'm testifying.
That's what I be saying too, though. Like, people be trying to play with snitching, but at the end of the day, I feel like if you didn't get on the stand and be like, he did it, Your Honor, or he did it, Mr. Prosecutor, I seen him shoot him. If you don't do that, you ain't snitching. You know, if you ain't in an interrogation room and said, listen, bro, it was Michael. Michael popped him. When Michael popped him, he got in a black car. He went to his house. He told me to hide the blick. I said I was going to hide the blick just because I was scared. That's snitching, folks. Coming out and saying that's not me. That's my brother got charged for that. I mean, if your brother actually went to jail for it already, that's not snitching, bro. People just be kind of reaching. That's crazy.
That's why 600 is saying this is snitching. But Luce Cannon perspective is
that's not snitching.
I'm in court for a bond hearing.
Right.
You're trying to make an argument that I'm a menace to society.
Right.
You can't make that argument bringing up cases that don't belong to me.
Right.
So that's why Luce Cannon brought up his brother.
Okay.
Then he say, Eddie boy in here trying to get some content. When he said that, the police came over to Eddie boy and asked him, is he recording? He sent the police on him. He crashed out over there, man. He was mad. He was like, man, I wish I could record and told you what they doing, man.
Right.
Oh, they used, and they brought up that no jumper fight. He's in trouble.
Eddie Boy was escorted out of the court briefly.
Okay.
Now, from Luce Cannon perspective, he never said, hey, yo, Eddie Boy here for content. He's running content on me. No. Luce Cannon would say that his lawyer will make an observation. Rather, the observation was correct or incorrect. She made an observation.
Okay.
And in that observation, she believed that Eddie Boy was on his phone. So she took measures to try to protect Luce Cannon, and she wrote like a letter, very discreetly, and handed it over to the judge. And when the judge read it, the judge ordered the officer to walk Eddie Boy out to see if he was recording.
Right.
Eddie Boy wasn't recording, so he was able to return back into the court.
Turn back in there. Okay.
They use all that online stuff he been doing, bro. They using that. They don't want to let him out because he's saying he's an enforcer and what he'd do and talking about people's family. They also asked Eddie Boy, would Eddie Boy like to press charges on Luce Cannon?
That's what happens when you gang banging and you doing illegal activity, and then talking about the illegal activity and the gang banging that you doing. You're talking about it on a public platform and then recording it and posting it on YouTube so everybody can see it. Y'all do know the feds have access to YouTube.com, right? Y'all know that it just don't magically block out every federal agent in the world. All the police just can't watch it. It's not like that. Y'all do know that, right? Like niggas like this be like blowing my mind because for you to be a grown 30, 40, these is not young kids, gang. These is grown ass men with kids, with wives, with houses and cars and shit. For y'all to be this slow, it's scary to me.
Cannon, for talking about his family. Eddie Boy said, no, I don't need to. And then they said he's lying, causing confusion about violence, lying about fights in the jail. And there was never no fight, which we knew that, but I wasn't going to speak on it because I didn't technically have the proof. But now when the prosecutor
so they saying the fight was lie. Was lie.
Now we can talk about it.
Right.
So Luce Cannon is just known to be a liar, bro. You feel me? He's not no rolling 60. Never was. Never was.
No!
Luce Cannon and his wife would say this never happened, and they would say this is not true. Now, I can only let you guys know what I've heard. So I spoke to Luce Cannon. I spoke to others. Now, they didn't really tell me about that particular part. What they told me was that the fight that took place outside of No Jumper, that was brought up. And they brought up that particular thing because they believe that shows Luce Cannon's character. That shows Luce Cannon is a violent person. And the fight that I'm referring to is the fight with Jay Reed, where, we've seen Jay Reed get punched out, who Jay Reed came with get punched out. They were stripped butt naked to their, I'm talking about like butt naked, booty on concrete, got robbed. So they brought that up. And they have everything on surveillance. And yeah, they might plan on charging him with that. Who knows? But they brought that.
Y'all stripping because butt naked to rob him? I'm sorry. I don't care how much I'm trying to rob you. The last thing I'm going to take is your drawers. You're going to keep the drawers on. Do your homework on drawers. Do your homework on underwear. If I'm trying to rob somebody for some shoes, some clothes, a belt, a chain, a watch, some earrings, I promise you I'm not going to say, get naked. Run it. I'm like, what? What kind of shit? Keep your drawers on, my guy. I don't want to see all that.
Add up to prove that Luce Cannon should not be let back into society because he's a violent person. I didn't hear anything about them saying that Luce Cannon is lying about the jail fights. I didn't hear that. I'm being honest.
It was never no video of him FaceTiming Biggie. A lot of y'all heard of Luce, dude. That's the first time I ever met dude in my life when he said he had that. That's the first time I met dude. And he a year older than me. He never went to school with us. He ain't never played football with us. He ain't never been around with us, hung on the block. I've never seen dude before in my life. And I've been around him for all my life. I ain't been to the pen and been gone for years. I might have went to college for a semester, came back. But I've lived, all my addresses been in the 60s. I had one of them in Inglewood. Most of them, all nine of my addresses been in the 60s, bro.
In the 60s.
So, I don't know, dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's just known to be a liar. All that stuff he's saying lying, bro. All that talking and doing, he's lying, bro. You know what's crazy? He lied and talked himself into an indictment.
That's what I was finna say. What if he lied about half the stuff that they talking about now? What if he lied and half the shit he faced? But niggas will do that, bro. Because they want to be street niggas so bad. They want to be able, like, some people will lie about what they did just to go to jail for it, get out in 2 years and be like, yeah, I'm like that. Yeah. Rah. You feel me? Niggas be tripping, gang.
I guess one of those robberies that's in the indictment,
he didn't even do.
Somebody made a statement on him about the robbery.
Right.
No footage, a long time ago, right? This dude went on there talking and corroborated a story, an incident that someone already told him about. So, dude, so let this be a message to somebody out here who's online.
He's a goofy.
They're using all that stuff, bro.
Hell yeah.
If you've been paying attention, Luce Cannon and 600 was once on the same team. They were both team exposers. So this entire thing is surreal, and it really shows how fast life comes at you. Right?
Hell yeah.
Luce Cannon and 600 was just really cool. It took about 3 months, and now 600 is calling Luce Cannon a liar and a capper. Life comes at you fast, bro. Yo, really slow, bro, especially if you're in a life of crime and living fast, bro. Try your best to slow down, bro.
Hell yeah.
Now, I can't speak towards what Luce Cannon is lying about or what he's not lying about, or whether or not his war stories is true, because I wasn't there. I'm not a gangbanger. I don't know nothing regarding gangbanging, okay? So I don't know. But when you look at what's going on, all of Luce Cannon's enemies are from the 60s. That should tell you everything you need to know about gang culture. Gang culture isn't something you seek safe haven in.
Yeah, hell
gang culture isn't something that, you seek solace in. No, you're not going to find peace and comfortability in being in a gang, bro. All that comes out of gangbanging, bro.
It's death and jail.
There's 100% of things that come out of gangbanging is negative. You are not going to find anything good. You're not getting anything good out of it.
Ain't nothing happening.
All it does is affects your life and make it 100% more difficult.
And for some reason, people think that's so cool. For some stupid reason, people think it's so cool. And I say this a lot of times too. They think that's so cool, but they think me sitting here reacting to it, or Flacco sitting at his house in the comfort of that couch look comfortable than a motherfucker. That couch looks so comfortable. Oh my God. They call just like us lames. They call people like us corny. They call people like us weird. Because we sit here and watch it, be entertained by it, make $1 million+ off of it. But we corny. But you not corny for going to jail for nothing, and you don't got $1 million. You in jail fighting for your life You feel me? Like, boy.
Right? So when you look at these situations, don't just look at this as this is not content. This is people's real life.
Real life, yeah.
And when you look at people's real life, you got to take a lesson from it, bro.
Oh
right?
God.
A
Preach,
gang
brother.
that he gave his entire life to, allegedly. A
Preach,
gang
brother.
that he committed and did things for. Yo, members of that gang is going against you. You're not on good terms with everybody from that gang. Your homies who you sworn to brotherhood for life, they're going against you too. Now, again, whether or not they're right or wrong, or whether or not you did something first, still, this facade of there being a brotherhood is false, bro. It's false. You get involved, you're gonna get your life ruined. That's 100% fact.
Every single time.
Y'all let me know in the comment section.
Every single time, nigga. 2025, you can't even hang out with somebody at the gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you can't even kick it with a crip. I don't even want to kick it around you if you talking about you cripping and you a blood and you Hoover and all that. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to take pictures with you. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want to smoke with you. I don't want to do nothing, folks. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, gang. Because niggas is going to jail, real indictment, real police, real feds. You know what I'm saying? Real prisons, real graveyards behind nothing, twin. That's the craziest part about it, folks. Like, if somebody breaking your house, God forbid, I hope this don't happen to none of y'all, but somebody breaking your house and you unalive, or you get unalived in the process of protecting your wife and your family, you gonna get saluted over here. I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna salute you. That's just what had to happen then. You feel me? If you protecting yourself, somebody come trying to rob you, you protecting yourself, every time crash out, go stupid. You in the grocery store, somebody put their hands on your girl, somebody smack your wife in the ass, somebody try to kidnap your wife, go crazy. I'm talking about go all the way taking crazy. I'm talking about I will find you and I will smoke you. I'm talking about this getting spooky hours, folks. But to sit outside and it's to the point now, it's like, because it's sitting outside trying to get ops. They sitting outside trying to get into it with people, trying to gain ops so that they can be established more as a real street nigga. They trying to go to jail 2-3 times so they can get established more as a real street nigga. And then when they come home, they gonna get on the internet and they gonna be like, what? You ain't no street nigga. Look at your charges. Let me see your charges. So the charges on somebody's rap sheet is what make them a real street nigga. So now you got people going to jail, getting shot at, oh, look at me. Yeah, I got hit one time right here in the abs, right here on the side, 2 times in the leg. I'm really out here like that, cat. Like, it make them feel more like a street. It make them happy. Like, it make them happy. And then they snitch on themselves because if they do some street activity by themselves, it wasn't nobody there. So it doesn't matter. Because the whole thing they doing in the streets, everything they doing, is not because they trying to get some money, or it's not because they trying to rep their set. It's because they trying to be cool around these other people in the hood, folks. So now I gotta go with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 niggas, and I gotta blick my pipe, because if I don't blick this pipe, they're not going to believe that I'm really like that. And if they don't believe I'm really like that, I'm gonna feel lame because they don't think I'm cool. You see how weird life is, bro? You see how weird this shit is? Like, you don't tell me what's cool, nigga. If I go skateboard tomorrow, that's cool. If I feel like I want to wake up and be a photographer, that's cool. If I want to design some clothes, that's cool. If I want to give all my money to charity, that's cool. Whatever I say is cool is cool. Whatever I do is cool. That's cool. I don't care about what you think is cool. But the fact that a lot of these niggas is running around trying to look cool to a bunch of other niggas is just sad. And I'm sitting here with a thunky on me, but this just what's coming to my heart, forward. This why at the end of the videos is why a lot of y'all rock with your boy. But I'm gonna tell you on bro, Don't lose your life because you try to make a nigga think you cool. I'm just saying.